All right. It says I'm live. If you guys can hear me, please let me know and we'll get this started. Looking forward to the race today. Not sure exactly how good it'll be. I watched the truck race and that was actually really good, but if it's anything like we saw in the heat races, I wouldn't have my expectations too high because that was definitely not very good. Got a loud and clear from Andre, so that's how we know we're going to be good to go. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Saturday. I think we had about 100 people waiting, so if you do me a favor, leave a like on the stream on your way in. I would appreciate that. And I gotta find some bootleg stream to watch because I'm on my computer, so it's my only option here. Because I want to watch the open race with you guys, and then we'll just watch it, see what happens. We're gonna have 3 guys advance, 2 from the top 2 finishers in the open race, 100-lap race, competition caution on lap 40, and then whoever wins the fan vote, which I don't really remember who is eligible. I think it's like Gregson, Allmendinger, Priest. I forget after that. Maybe Harrison. I don't think so. I don't really remember. But it should be a fun one. And I am actively rooting for Ty Gibbs to win at plus 330 for this open race. Because if he wins that, we can just cover all the 2-win bets that I have this weekend. So that's what I'm rooting for personally. And I should probably turn my phone off. But I will get to the chat here shortly. But let me find a stream. I'm sure I can find it somewhere. In the depths of Reddit, there's always going to be a link available to watch a race. So let's see. This one might work. Now, obviously, I can't play it on here for you guys because I don't want to get a monetization strike. Whoops. Okay, I think we're good. So I got that live. I'm not sure how far behind I will be, but we're using some site called Ace, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I really don't think passing is going to be very easy today, and not that that's a hot take or anything. At the short flat tracks in this package in the next gen car, NASCAR has kind of killed it. So I mean, we used to always look forward to short track racing, and now it's just kind of like a snoozer, which is always decent for DFS purposes. But with this being such a track with such limited data, have been here since '96, it's kind of just going to be an experiment, that's for sure. But let me get to the chat a little bit. See, Logan's here first. Says Truex or log out. Well, not sure how much Truex I will have. Everyone's going to pop in the Sims to a decent degree. I think he was around a quarter of the time, so I mean that's not terrible. DQ says Truex. What's up, Jay Smokes? What's up, man? I love Briscoe and Suarez for this race. I agree with you that track position is going to be king. Good luck this week, bro. Good luck to you as well. And yeah, I mean, track position is going to be huge. I mean, Dale Suarez is not really a guy you'd expect to be a potential dominator, but especially at like a shorter track because he's good at the intermediates. But I mean, he's starting on the pole. He dominated in his heat race, which I realized was on wet tires. So you really can't draw too many conclusions from that. But I think the one conclusion we can draw is that, yeah, track position is important. And the guy up front is probably going to lead some laps if he can clear early on and get to the bottom. He's going to have the best pit stall. So, I mean, Dale Suarez is definitely in a position to dominate today. And he is free on DraftKings. And while you don't really need dominator points on FanDuel, if he can just, like, finish up there, he's going to allow you to fit a lot of things in up top. Got a donut from my man Heat there. It says, Mullen, DeYoung, and Valdez, the GOATs. Oh, yeah, I think last time I saw in Discord, he was winning close to 5K on DraftKings. I'm hoping that's still what it's at. So, congrats to Heat. I know he had a big day on MLB, and I do appreciate the dono. What's up, Ryan? Yeah, All-Star Weekend. Who were the 2 to 3 must-plays for cash games and the 1 to 2 PD plays that can pick up spots starting in the back? Thank you. So, I'd say the must-play for cash games today, probably starting with Kyle Larson. I realize it's going to be tough to pass, but I think if there's any guy that can pass in this race, Kyle Larson's going to be one of those guys. And also for cash games, I would want to have, let me pull my sheet here. William Byron, I like the track position he's going to work with. I mean, he was obviously awesome at Richmond earlier in the season. He just had so much speed so far this year. And with good track position, good in practice, I definitely think William Byron's underpriced at $9,100. I don't know what William Byron has to do to get respect from DraftKings and FanDuel because some weeks they just keep pricing him too low. But I mean, he is there each and every single week, no matter the track type. So I think you have to have a lot of interest in Kyle Larson and obviously Dale Suarez. And PD plays, I'm not too confident in these PD plays, but I think the guys that can move are guys like Kyle Larson and Kevin Harvick. I realize they're expensive, but there's plenty of easy ways to make those guys fit. Got a donut from my man Clint. Do appreciate that. Says, do you like any particular manufacturer in this? Will it matter? I'm thinking Ford. Hit the like button. Best our NASCAR community out there. Thanks for everything you do, Chris. You whippersnapper. Go Harvick. Yeah, I'm sorry for making fun of Harvick a little bit, Clint, but I still like him today. I got to bet on him to win. I'm not sure how confident I feel about it, but I'm still rooting for Harvick. And as far as manufacturer, I'm kind of all over the place. I mean, obviously Hendrick's just been so strong this year, but you kind of have Elliott mid-pack and you have Larson in the back, so William Byron's like their saving grace up top. So it might take a while for those guys, but I don't really have a preferred manufacturer, really, because I have interest in just about everybody. I like Chevys, I like some of the Fords, and I like some of the Yodas. So kind of all over the place for the most part. I do see I don't know how far behind I am on this stream, but I'm seeing Ty Gibbs rolling on the track right now. I think they're actually about to go green. I think green was at 5:38, so I shouldn't be too far behind. Oh, it's one of the Saudi streams. Looking at the bottom right, which they're usually pretty good. But yeah, me personally, I'm rooting for Ty Gibbs here. Just want to cash a bet. Plus 330 to win the Open. It dropped to plus 200, so I felt pretty good about the odds I got. But shout out to his pit crew getting the top spot, because I did that before the pit stop. Let's see. Who's your favorite two dominators tonight? Probably Daniel Suarez and William Byron. If you don't want to count Suarez because he's super cheap, like actual dominators, like price-wise, I think William Byron and Christopher Bell are going to be my two favorite up top today for dominators. But, you know, Suarez, I mean, if Suarez just clean jump to the race and can get, obviously he's not going to have to get low, but if he can just hold the bottom line, I mean, he should be able to do it like Ryan Preece did at Martinsville. I forget how long ago that was, but I could see that being very similar. Just don't speed on pit road and you're fine. Yeah, always fast should be late. If you're on time, you're too early. That's my saying. What's up, Mom? It's all right. I know you missed last week, but it's definitely all right. But glad to have you here. And unfortunately, I can't really root for Logano with you. I mean, he's just one of those guys I'm a little bit lower on, so I apologize. But yes, nice to see you. What's up, Adam? Says, getting this one in early because it's long. Let's set a driver versus driver parlay. Who finishes higher? Reddick versus Logano. I would take Joey there. Keselowski versus Bubba. I would take Keselowski. Elliott versus Chastain. I would take Chase. And Truex versus Harvick. I would probably take Harvick there. And then Bell over Larson. But those last two are pretty close. When does the open race start? It is starting like right now. I think we're just about to go green. Looks like they're going down pit road. Just for the timing, obviously, but should be going green here. And maybe it's green on your guys' end. I'm not sure how far behind I am. So hopefully it's not too bad. Appreciate the dono, Kai. I just happened to scroll down. I usually don't see the 199s because they don't pop up, but I'm glad I did. So I do appreciate the dono, sir. Someone said they love the Larson shirt. Yeah, my friend went to the dirt race and he got this for me. So I love the Larson shirt. It actually looks pretty clean, and the back's even cooler. So had to support Larson today. You know, after last week's Ross Chastain dismantling it, figured, yeah, we'll give him some extra support. I'm so far behind in the chat. I don't want to be too far behind. I'll do a little bit of both here. I feel like we're never going to go green. I feel like I've just seen Ty Gibbs lead about 30 laps under caution so far. Nope, still not. Dang. All right, let me answer some more questions. Clint says, Chris probably be late. He's on an old man Harvick time. Yeah, you know how it is. Austin Dillon will win? I don't think so. I'm willing to bet that has not happened today. 22, 23, 1, 11, and 20. I mean, it sounds viable. You can make so many lineups today, just depending on which kind of script you're going with, because I think you can go with the script of, well, this is going to be follow leader parade where I just want all the guys up front because they're going to stay there. Or if you think this turns into a wreck fest with guys moving each other and trying to get up front because it's hard to pass, that's another route you can go. You kind of got a bit of a mix there. Kind of. I mean, You don't really have anybody like straight up front, which I believe you only have 5 people, so it must be a FanDuel lineup, which is fine because you don't really need the dominator points over there. Okay, I think we're going green on my end. Yeah, we're green. So Ty Gibbs, nice jump there. Barry bumped Corey LaJoie a bit. And then I believe McDowell got outside. But yeah, Ty Gibbs looks pretty clear. I mean, obviously Josh Berry's got a short track, so we'll see if he can hunt him down, but kind of hoping we can just coast for a bit. And looking at how these guys race, I mean, it can give us a little bit of an indicator on, you know, obviously how the main event's going to go, for sure. But yeah, McDowell's stuck on the outside, and that's never a fun time. You guys are on lap 4? Okay, I just saw I got lap 3 now, so at least I'm like a lap behind. So yeah, we got, I mean, I'm expecting it to be Ty Gibbs and Josh Berry that advance. I don't really think that would be that'd be too surprising. They're the 2 favorites. Obviously, Ty Gibbs is a pretty decent favorite there. Almirola and who is that? LaJoie? They were racing pretty good there that lap. Almirola had some speed in practice, if I'm remembering correctly, right? I don't have him up there because I didn't have him projected to go in, so I'd have to look at that again. But yeah, Gibbs looking pretty good. Big Ritter says this might be a wreck fest. I didn't skip all your questions earlier. I was just looking at the chat at the bottom right now since we went green, but I will get to those, I guess, right about now. But the racing pretty solid so far. I mean, we got some guys bumping and banging a little bit, but Ty Gibbs does look like he's pulling away from Josh Berry. Looks like we're at about a 2nd lead now. So, which, you know, this is kind of what I'm expecting Daniel Suarez to do early on. Just get to a nice lead, and then he'll hit lap traffic eventually. So we'll see how he performs with that. And I see LaJoie got stuck on the outside, which it's not fun to be stuck on the outside. Now, you could make that work very early on in the wet tires yesterday in the heat races, but it wasn't for long. But yeah, LaJoie is getting eat up there. I think he's getting passed by Dinger right now. And is that Balicki right behind him? Just saw Ryan Newman. I have bad memories from Ryan Newman from last week. I know we're all mad at Ross for wrecking Larson at the end, but at the same time, I mean, we could have just cruised to the checkers if Ryan Newman didn't kill his car at the end. But yeah, Ty Gibbs looked like he's going to fly away here. He's about a 1.5 seconds ahead of everybody. So we'll see how soon he reaches. Well, they got 40 laps until the caution, so. All right, let me ask some of these questions here because they're starting to get a little stringed out. Always late, Trey. You know how it is, but nice to see you here. Spread says, please like and subscribe on your way. Thanks in advance, for sure. Helps me out a lot. What's up, Rick? What's up, Nick is Rad? What's up, Conscious? What's up, Ted? What's up, Big T? What's up, Rick? Get my shout out, please. Oh yeah, I got a shout out, Rick, from the contest last week. Had to. Thanks for reminding me, though. I would have forgot. But shout out to Rick for winning the contest last week. Let's do it, Kay. Tito says, let's go Harvick. I'm with you on Harvick. I know I kind of slandered him a bit. Just some old jokes thrown there, but had to lighten it up a bit. But, you know, it's an abrasive track. Tire wear is going to be a thing, and if we can get a long green flag run, I mean, Kevin Harvick could make his hay there. Obviously, it looked awful in the heats, but it was wet, and that's not what Harvick's all about. So he should be a lot better in this race. Kyle says, Suarez or Keselowski on FanDuel. Ooh, I believe that's going to be close. On DraftKings, it's easily Suarez for me because of the Dominator points, but over on FanDuel, it's still going to be Suarez for me, but it's only a 0.9 point difference. So I do think Keselowski will be a pretty good tournament play today, so I wouldn't mind going Kes just for ownership purposes, because I do think a lot of people are going to climb on the Daniel Suarez train, which I get. Good luck to you as well, Carmi. Thank you for stopping by. Room full of wrenches, you know it. Everyone's available in the evening. I do like the evening streams, they're fun. Don't have to get up early. And I see Ty Gibbs. I saw Barry good up to 1.2, but it looks like Ty Gibbs pulled away again. I can pull up the lap times, which honestly, that's what I do every race. I just watch the lap times because, yeah, obviously the guy up front's fast, but that's when you can see the guys who are actually fast in the middle of the pack or who's closing, which is always nice to see. Plus, if you're live betting, I can't do that in Florida, but it's something I would definitely recommend looking at. But yeah, Gibbs looks pretty good. 1.7 lead now. Still only 14 laps in though. Definitely a long ways to go. Kay says, what 3 drivers you want in the last 3 spots beside Gibbs? So yeah, Ty Gibbs, Josh Berry, and I wouldn't mind a guy like Ryan Preece. I mean, I think a track like this wouldn't be too bad for him. But as of right now, Preece sitting in 9th, not looking too pretty there. So we have Gibbs and Berry, who I think we're all assuming they finish 1-2. So after that, it comes down to the fan vote. I forget who is eligible in the fan vote. I should probably actually look that up because it's a finalist of 5. So who are the 5 left? Okay, so we have AJ Allmendinger, Eric Almirola, Noah Gragson, Corey LaJoie, and Ryan Preece. I don't know. I would probably just vote for Ryan Preece because I think he'll be the most competitive out of that group, or Eric Almirola. Either Almirola or Ryan Preece. But I don't know if they'll win the fan vote. I could see LaJoie doing it. I mean, he's got the podcast, and people just like Corey LaJoie, which I get. And then Noah Gragson, he's kind of polarizing too. He just ate a punch from Ross Chastain, so maybe NASCAR just throws him in the All-Star race, and then we can see them slug it out on the track. Because Ross is starting in the back, so I mean, there's a chance that him and Gragson could see each other early on. I don't really know who I'd vote for, though, to be honest. Probably either Preece or Almirola. And not just because I like them the most, just because I think they'd be the most competitive. I do not want to see Noah Gragson out there because he is slow every single week. He'll just be a roadblock. But maybe I do at the same time because Ross Chastain will be there. BB streams? I'm not sure I've ever heard of BB streams. Yeah, I'm on the Saudi streams right now. They always do me well usually. You just gotta look on Reddit, so you'll find it. Who are my top 3 plays on FanDuel? Well, projection wise, it's Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, William Byron. I'm not sure if that'll reflect on my exposure. I have not yet built yet, which I realize I should have been building because I don't have to wait for the open guys on FanDuel because they're not going to add them. But right now, those are my highest projected guys. But I do like getting to a lot of Briscoe, Keselowski, and Blaney in tournaments because I'm hoping they go a little bit overlooked. But I think they're in a pretty good spot. Especially Briscoe is really cheap on both sides. With a lot of people probably just jamming in Suarez or Chris Buescher on the front row because of how good they were in the heat races. Briscoe should be good. I mean, Stewart-Haas Racing usually shows up for these short, flat tracks, and I think Chase Briscoe, crushed it at Martinsville. I think this sets up decently well for him. Yeah, seeing Ryan Preece stuck behind Chandler Smith is not too encouraging. So he's got some work to do. So right now we got Gibbs, Berry, Haley, Almirola. Gibbs is putting on a clinic, 2.5 second lead on the field. We do get the competition caution on lap 40 though, so they're going to get bunched back up. But yeah, he definitely looks the best. Now, obviously, track position, but in practice, Gibbs was laying down some really good lap times, especially in the long run. Am I going to be playing any of these people? Probably. If I was going to play any of them, it would be Ty Gibbs. I don't really like anybody else. I think Ty Gibbs is the only one that can compete really in the main event, assuming he advances. Oh, that was a weird camera angle. I thought Harrison Burton was on the wall. Which, screw Harrison Burton. I slander him in the last video last week. I'm like, Harrison Burton sucks. Didn't even say anything else about him. And then he has like a all-time race. Of course, right? So, I guess sorry to Harrison Burton, but I still stand by the statement. I don't think he's good. Chris says, if scoring is the same, then won't the drivers who race their way in be great for cash? Floor of 18 points. 18 points ain't going to get the job done. These guys are probably going to finish in the back. Okay, let's just assume Gibbs and Berry advance, right? They'll probably pass Cindric, Stenhouse, Eric Jones. But after that, it's a pretty good field of drivers. So I mean, I would rather play like a Keselowski starting 8th, finishing 8th. I mean, that sounds a little bit better to me, to be honest. I think Ty Gibbs is really the only guy I'd want to play. It looks like he's about to lap Bilicki here. Over a 3-second lead now. I feel good about the bet for him to win, but obviously anything can happen after competition caution and things like that. But he's putting on a clinic right now, that's for sure. And I'm hoping this is what Daniel Suarez can do in a little bit. But for cash games, I don't think you're going to want to play any of these playing drivers. Because, I mean, let's be honest, we're going to see some guys go lap down. And that's my concern with guys like Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, those guys in the back. Like, yeah, they're great, but you can't pass. Like, Ryan Preece has been behind Chandler Smith forever. And obviously Ryan Preece is better than Chandler Smith, I think. So you just can't move. So, I mean, if you see Reddick and Chastain, I mean, Chastain's obviously way more aggressive and harder to pass, but like a guy like Reddick's too nice. I mean, he might just get lapped early on. Even though he's got a good car, he showed it in practice, but when he was in dirty air, he just really struggled, which, you know, that's my concern. Meanwhile, if you're playing these guys up front, I mean, they're going to be on the lead lap, like a Keselowski, a Chase Briscoe. I mean, they're just going to be like stuck in the top 10 unless they get stuck on the top and happen to get past, which, I mean, that'll suck, but... Okay, Almirola's P3, and I'm pretty sure Justin Haley was P3, so I guess we saw a pass finally. So I'm looking at biggest movers. Eric Almirola +6, Chandler Smith +5, and then it disappeared a little bit. And Dinger just passed Preece too, it looks like. So yeah, Preece is struggling. And look at some of these lap times. Almirola ran a... Yeah, I mean, Eric's looks pretty good right now. I believe he was the fastest car on the track that last lap. Obviously, he's got some space between him and Josh Berry, but we will see if he can catch Berry. I mean, he wasn't that much faster, but... Yeah, to scroll down to the bottom here. So someone said Almirola's coming. Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty good so far. Which we all know Eric is good at short flat tracks. But waiting for another lap update here. I don't like looking at lap times on the computer too much. I think it looks better on the NASCAR app. Yeah, man, Eric had a really good lap there, 22.2, and compared to the leaders, I mean, obviously I know Ty Gibbs is working through stuff, but 22.5, 22.3 for Berry. So, well, there's only 5 laps left on this stage, though, I forgot. Not stage, but till the competition caution. I mean, yeah, the 3 best cars are clearly Gibbs, Berry, and Almirola right now. I mean, I don't think that's anything in question. All right, let me scroll back up a little bit here. What sports do I play for prize picks? Basically, well, right now it's just baseball and NASCAR, and I'll do football as well. NBA, I do out of boredom. That's really about it. Like, I play fantasy for NBA. I do. I just don't like basketball that much. I like playing it, but it's boring to me. Just saw Dinger, I believe, slide in front of Harrison Burton, unless my eyes are lying to me. Ryan Preece is just dead. He's P12. I don't have the audio on, so I don't know if something's wrong with him or he just sucks. I don't know either way. And I did play prize picks for this race. I did William Byron over 43.5, Bell over 42.5, I believe, and then I took the over on Daniel Suarez. I think it was 44.5. What settings for FanDuel do I recommend? I don't really think I'd have any settings today. I mean, just put your randomness on to whatever you prefer, probably like 30%. But I don't really think this is a race where we need to have like settings or anything like that. Ryan Newman's P10. I mean, shout out to Ryan Newman. Oh, wait, I actually kind of forgot what happened last week, so I'll take that shout out back. Yeah, I mean, Ty Gibbs is just, he was cruising there. And I just saw the caution. Hopefully Gibbs can just do what he did next stage. Because I just want to cash the bet and then move on. I mean, that would cover some things today. Bull says, Busher and Suarez for the win, please. I made a huge mistake, so we're living with it. Yeah, no, I remember what you said you did. But it can work out. I mean, if they both finish top 5 on FanDuel, at their price points, as long as your studs hit, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Doug says, would you play 2 or 3 of the final 3 drivers in cash so you can get at least one winner and runner-up? I don't really think you'd want to play any of these guys in cash games. I mean, maybe Ty Gibbs. I don't know what your roster construction would work, but I mean, Ty Gibbs was fast in practice, so you know, what would he be starting 22nd? I think he's $8,000, right? Yeah, Ty Gibbs is $8K. If he starts 22nd, that's actually not bad, but I don't think I'd play anybody else from the open in cash games. See, Austin says, can you give my MLB season-long team a shout-out? Did you win? Aren't you playing Bull, though? I don't want to cause a fight, but I will give a shout-out to Coach if he did win. And I would like to give myself a shout-out versus Hunter, who I'm pretty sure I beat him pretty bad there. See, Miss Julian is here. So it's him. Hello, beautiful. Thank you for being here. Don't ever let me offer to handle to 150 again. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would not have told you to do that. That sounds terrible. I can barely do 150 on a computer, so doing it by hand does not sound like a good time. Sorry, I scrolled down the bottom here. Just want to see if I'm watching pits right now. Hopefully nobody screws up that I don't want to. You're gonna play any of the people that play in? Probably just Gibbs. Yeah, the full wrench set is here for sure. Flexing their muscles today. Hey, what's up, Pope? Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, but always love hearing from the Popester. What's up, Steve? Says, hey, Chris, happy race day. Oh, sorry, let me just see how pits went. Show the order. I don't see it. Oh, man, Barry got Gibbs? Well, this isn't good. Gregson got 8 spots. Oh, I guess Barry went 2 tires. Gibbs went 2 tires as well. Assuming this is accurate. I know the Fox leaderboard's not always the best. Oh. Yeah, Barry getting the lead wasn't fun there. I'm hoping... Oh. That's not fun. We'll see. We'll see what Ty Gibbs has got. That's unfortunate, though. I was really hoping Gibbs could just kind of cruise. Oh, yeah, and I guess Almirola did take 4 tires, didn't he? I saw at the end of the truck race, Majeski took 2. He was able to hold on, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Gregson's trying to give himself a chance there with track position taken 2 as well. Oh, what do we got? Oh, Finishing Steve says, not a fan of DFS this week. Been a while, guys. Hope you're all well. Well, thank you for being here, Steve. Appreciate you stopping by. And yeah, not the, I mean, I would recommend playing very light this week. I'm definitely playing less than normal. Speck says, I'm super late, but what's happening? What's up, Speckle? I'm just watching the open race. I'm watching Ty Gibbs as the lead, unfortunately. But him and Barry will be a good battle. I mean, from all the heat races we've seen, I mean, the guy in first just takes off. So, although we did see Elliott grab the lead from Suarez, and Suarez worked his way back. That was on wet tires, though. But we'll see. I mean, yeah, gotta have the Larson shirt on. Oh yeah, that's your Kai spread. That's right. Adam says, so Suarez cash lock. I'd play him in cash personally. I mean, if he does what we just saw Ty Gibbs do at the beginning of the race, I mean, that's a nice cushion to have at that price point. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Suarez and cash today. Spread big guy give his allowance money to CPAT. You know how it is. Thoughts on Bell and Hamlin? I like both a lot. Christopher Bell's one of my favorite plays today, though. I'm definitely going to be overweight on him. I think you can play him in any format, but should have a fast car. Solid long run speed in practice, and I mean, just incredible at short flat tracks. And if you're going to compare this to Richmond, I mean, Bell is amazing at Richmond. Contra says, can you throw us some Richmond info, or is this track not comparable? Yeah, if you want some Richmond info, I mean, the best drivers in the next-gen car at Richmond from a 3-race sample size. I mean, Harvick has a 2.7 average finish in the top 5 every single time with the best driver rating. You have Christopher Bell with the second best average finish of 4th, 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s. William Byron has the most dominant points at Richmond in the next-gen car so far. And also the 3rd best running position, or the 4th best. So basically the best cars have been like Larson, Harvick, Bell, Byron. And also Denny's been pretty good too. Probably forgetting somebody, but just looking at the numbers really quickly, let's use popping, and I see we are green. Looks like Gibbs opted to go on the inside, which probably the better move. Someone just said crash. Oh God. Who? I'm a lap behind, so I'm sure I'm about to see it. Gibbs is right on Barry's bumper, though. I still haven't seen it. Someone said the big one. Oh, yeah, the big one. Looks like we lost Chandler Smith, Gregson, Todd Gillen, Ryan Newman. Thank God, get Ryan Newman out of here, please. Yeah, we lost a decent amount of cars there. I mean, I'm not sure how much damage they got, but obviously they're not going to contend to win at this point. Yeah, Ryan Newman looks a little toasted there. Gilly's rolling. Can't really. It doesn't look too pretty. It doesn't look too pretty for Gilly. Newman got it the worst. It's what it looked like. Chandler Smith's kind of spinning into his pit there a little bit. Matthew, yes, he's gonna have to do that since they're not gonna choose the beginning. So that's something to think about too for Buescher. Well, I guess we can take Gregson out of the fan vote, right? So it leaves us with 4. So we got Dinger, Almirola, and LaJoie, I guess, left. Yeah, I don't think Gregson's coming back from that one. Yeah, Ryan Newman right in the Gillen's right front there. Looks like it started from he bumped Michael McDowell, then got hit by Dinger in the back. Dinger looks all right, but sheesh. Okay, that was interesting. And I mentioned this in my article where, yeah, it's probably going to be follow the leader, but at the same time, I mean, stuff like this can happen where these guys in the back can gain 4 spots at an instant just like that. Who is the top 5 fastest in the pits? It's hard to get pit data. From the last ones I looked at, I know NASCAR posted it on the TV, but from some of the data I have, it was so far this year like Byron, Ross, Elliott, Keselowski, something like that for the top 5, pretty sure. I really wish I could hear the TV, but I can't get a copyright strike. Brandon says, fishing derby and NASCAR night race is a good day to me. It sounds good, Brandon. Sounds good to me. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Who do you think makes it to the next race? Allmendinger, Gibbs? I would say Gibbs, Barry. I don't know who's going to win the fan vote. But I mean, I think clearly the 3 best cars here are Gibbs, Barry, and Almirola. I'm not really sure you can dispute that. No problem, Adam. Hey, Chris, who do you like to win outright at current odds? Thank you. So, just for reference, my outrights this week are Larson, Byron, and Harvick. I did these very early in the week. The only one I feel great about now is Byron. But then Friday during practice, I got Buescher at 40-1, and that obviously looks really good right now. And then I took Reddick. I cashed that out though, just to break even because I don't think he's gonna win. And I was surprised they gave me an even cash out offer because he's starting like dead last almost. So I got out of that, and then I have Gibbs to win this Open. But at current odds, let me see if they changed again. They've been changing so much this week, and it varies from book to book. Because I was looking at Barstool was the first one that reopened after the heat races, and they had Buescher and Suarez like plus 700 for the favorites. And then I think DraftKings had him at 1,400. So it's been everywhere. But at current odds right now, it looks like we have Hamlin at 750. He's the favorite, which I don't know. I think I'd probably have Byron to be the favorite right now, but it's close. Byron, Larson, Bell. I believe I do have. Let me check the model here. So at 800, I do have slight leverage on Byron, and at 850, I have slight leverage on Bell, and that is it. Everybody else is just, according to my numbers, a bad bet. Bigger says this might be a wreck fest. It might be. I mean, if you want to pass someone, you basically got to move them. It's really like the only way almost. Siasen says, you sure we don't need PD? These fools looking impatient. I mean, everybody here almost sucks, though, besides a few guys. But, I mean, yeah, there's 2 ways you can build for the main event. I mean, you can go follow the leader. Well, there's 3 ways, really. You could do a mix of both, or you could just go full PD and hope all these guys wreck out. Personally, for me, I'm pretty heavy on the front, but I will be mixing in some of the guys that I think can gain spots. Like Kevin Harvick, I think he'll be able to gain spots in a long run. Kyle Larson should be able as well. Ross, I kind of want to be underweight on Ross. Just because, I don't know. I mean, you got to be underweight on somebody back there, and you'll have high ownership. But I'll shut up really quick because I just saw them restart. Gibbs back on the inside. We'll see what happens. I'm really upset he lost the lead, though. Oh, another wreck? Every time I scroll down. Oh, yep, I just saw Haley go sideways. Michael McDowell on the wall. Haley on the wall. Not too bad, though. Someone said Gibbs crashed them all? I mean, again, I guess that was from Gibbs' camera. Bigger said Wreckfest, yeah. I'm seeing the replay right now, so let's see here. Yeah, Gibbs was pushing McDowell a bit there. Pushed him up the track, and then Haley just kind of got... I don't know what happened to Haley there. It looks like he just ended up turning or something. Or I guess maybe McDowell clipped. I don't know. I can't really tell. Yeah, they hit the wall pretty good, though. Looks like Barry P1, Gibbs P2, Emerald P3. Would I rather take Larson and Harvick or Keselowski? Or you just asked me to pick one? I mean, if I had to pick one from those guys, I'll take Kyle Larson. Yep, Haley's gone. Yeah, he was moving a little bit up front. Short-lived, though. How many laps do we have left? About 50 at this point? Let me see. Might not have any cars left by the end. Yeah, we got 58 laps completed. Yeah. Someone says something stuck on the softball. Wes says, are the golf fishing sims out yet? They'll be out pretty soon, Wes. So we'll get those. We're working those after the open race. Big Show says, I'm late, 2 DOMs just like trucks. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really playing these guys as DOMs today. Like I am, but at the same time I'm not. I'm just playing like high finishing for the most part. Like yeah, if they dom along the way, that's fine with me. But you know what I mean? Because it's such a small field and everyone's like softly priced. So I'm just playing all the guys I think can finish really high, and then they'll pick up dominator points along the way. So you can fit like 4 of them in there if you want. What's up, EZ? Good morning, good luck. Go Joey. I don't want Joey to do well today. I really don't. I'm sorry, EZ. Probably will. Carmi says, do you hate the idea of the 3 and 8 car today? Kinda. I mean, they just haven't like had any speed at short flats this year. I mean, obviously Kyle Busch is just incredible, but I'll probably be a little bit lower on them. Nick says, yeah, the first thing I thought when I saw that shirt was that it was fire. I mean, yeah, the color's sweet. I love it. It's like a really nice deep blue. Then you got that bright blue number 5 there, which complements it well. So, why are so many drivers questionable? Because we're going to have 3 advance from the open race. 2 for the top 2, and then 1 as a fan vote. I didn't see if Gregson was dead. Is he out? No, he's P7. I guess he's not dead yet. I guess he's still eligible for the fan vote then. Perry says, where do they start in the main race? So the guy who finishes first for this is going to start 22nd, then 23rd, then fan vote will start 24th. Underwear says, hope Priest gets the fan vote. Yeah, I don't even know how popular he is. I'm not sure if he will win the fan vote or not. I mean, I don't even know if I know any Ryan Priest fans or anything. My thoughts on Ryan Blaney, I like him today. I mean, he had good long run speed in practice, good at short flat tracks, and I don't know, he can't seem to get it done in a points race, so he won the All-Star race last year, right? Was that last year? But yeah, I like him in tournaments. I'm seeing the shoes roll right now. I'm assuming Gibbs went bottom again. What time would I wait to make my lineup? Until after the open race. We got 38 laps left, so it shouldn't be too much longer. No, I would not have dom groups today. I mean, it just doesn't really seem like something I'm going to be doing, because you're just going to filter in dominators either way. I mean, if you want to, you can, but I mean, a lot of these guys can be dominators, so I don't think I'd want to go that route. All right, I'm about to see the restart. I just saw it. They're playing clean so far. Almirola's trying to steal P2 from Gibbs, but didn't get there. Thought he was going to get there for a second. Now Almirola's going to fall back a little bit probably, unless he can get by Priest. Which, hello Ryan Priest, he's back, I guess. Yeah, teammates are fighting a bit right now, Almirola and Priest. Looks like Priest won that battle. Now Almirola's stuck on the outside, which it's not going to be great for him, obviously. But we did see him be able to move through the field in those first 40 laps. But he's gonna have to get down. There, he slid in front of who's in the 15? Oh, Yaley. All right. What about the number 99 versus the number 6 in cash games? I would go with Suarez there just because he's in a much better position to lead laps early on. Yeah, I saw there was a bunch of bot spam there. If this open race is anything like the Cup race, we're in for a boring night. I'm behind in the chat, so I think it was before some of these wrecks started happening. Is that Gibbs trying to move on Barry? I'm here for it. But I mean, yeah, Gibbs definitely looks like he's got the best car if he's able to hang with them. But they have an accordion. Oh, Gibbs went to the outside. Looks like he's going to clear him pretty easily there. Jeez, it's a nice little move. Come on, man, is something wrong with Barry or something? He looks terrible this last 2 laps. Priest might even be able to get him here if he bumps him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, clearly Ty Gibbs has the car in this heat, whatever you want to call it. Especially passing for the lead. I mean, that's, I guess, somewhat impressive. Kobe says, I want to win big on DraftKings. Who should I bet on? I mean, it's a little late to get any value at this point. But the only value I have right now is Byron and Bell. But even then, the odds are kind of short. Although next week, we got the Coke 600, which that's going to be fun. Now, question is, does this stay green? I mean, Gibbs, if this stayed green, I mean, Gibbs should win it, but I think it'll be a fight for that second spot there. But it looks like Almirola is right on Priest now. He's trying. Almost got there. Do I think it's a mistake to make a lineup now or earlier? I mean, you can make a lineup now. You don't have to play anybody from this open race, but if you want to, you'd have to wait because it just really depends. What place is the winner starting the main event? I answered that one. Would you lock any of the 3 last in? They can't lose points. No, they can't lose points, but they can also not score a lot of points at the same time. Something you got to think about. I would not lock any of these guys. Although I'm gonna have some slight interest in Ty Gibbs, sure, but outside of that, I don't really see anybody else making any noise in the main event. But Almirola looks pretty decent here. I know he's in 3rd right now, but he fought his way back. I think he was behind Dinger or Priest there just a little bit ago, and he's been able to move through the field a little bit. So we'll see if he can get the Barry here. Gibbs is over half a second now. Who are my favorite pay up 9K options? Projection wise, that would be Byron, Bell, and Larson as my top guys up top. Byron, Bell, and Larson. I think Gibbs is about to get to a second there. Although I believe Almirola's getting there to Barry. Well, maybe not. My stream's a little behind. No, maybe. What is he, 0.4 behind now? Was faster that lap. Gibbs was the fastest on the track. Looks like he's at about a second lead now. Oh, Spread, I didn't see your dono. Where is it? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Spread. I didn't see it for some reason. I see it now, though. For a new shirt. It's funny. I was thinking, as soon as I put the shirt on, I'm like, Spread's probably not even going to donate today because he saw it. Oh, Barry just got by Gibbs. Did I just miss something? I'll look away for a second. But yeah, I do apologize, Spread. Thank you for the dono. Appreciate it. But yeah, these 3 are getting pretty racy. That's for sure. I mean, Barry kind of came out of nowhere there. I shouldn't have looked away. We got Almirola right on Ty. I missed. Do we hate Michael McDowell? I didn't see it. I shouldn't have looked away. We'll see if Ty can get him back. And I will get to your guys' questions. I'm just kind of want to see the end of this open race. I'm getting to them while I can. But apparently Michael McDowell screwed Ty Gibbs over. Thank you, Michael. Was it a DM or just like a regular tweet? I will go check that though. Doug says I miss racing when I used to watch Matt Kenseth. Yeah, I remember him coming back for COVID, but ever since I've been playing, he's kind of on his way out. Yeah, I tell you, when he came back from COVID, I swear he wrecked almost every single week. Clip says Chastain is risky for any type of tournament. Yeah, he's risky when he's around your drivers, that's for sure. He has no problem at all taking those guys out. Did Almirola just hit the wall, or was that close? Well, shoot, Josh Berry might just win this, to be honest. See if Gibbs can get to him, but I don't know. Pope says, Chris, what if I go 0 Larson? Eh. I'm not sure I would do it personally, Pope. It's a little tough. Gibbs don't want any part of Michael McDowell outside the car. That is true. Gibbs is like 12 years old. Didn't Denny say McDowell's like the last guy he'd want to fight or something in the garage? I think on his podcast, something like that. Which is not really the answer I was thinking he was going to say. Yeah, I mean, this is a 3-man race for sure. I don't know if Gibbs is going to be able to get the Barry, though. No, none of these drivers will get added to the FanDuel lobby. So I don't think so. I mean, they shouldn't. So you don't even have to worry about any of these guys. See the 10 dumping the 54? We'll see. Oh, where are we at? What's up, Internet Stress? Brad says you're a great guy. Well, thank you, Brad. You're great as well. Top 3 plays on DraftKings. I mean, projection-wise, for me, it's Barry, Bell, and Kyle Larson. It looks like they're getting towards a lapper. Who is that, McDowell? Keith says, wish I could have posted during Darlington. We have a campground and had to work. Oh, that sucks, Keith. But do appreciate you being here tonight. Hopefully we're in for a good one. Well, let's see what Michael McDowell does here to Barry, I guess. I guess I shouldn't look away this time. I guess nothing right there. Oh, McDowell's about to... Oh, you tagged me on the McDowell incident? Thank you. Appreciate that. I'll have to watch it afterwards. But I guess he screwed Ty over. All right, I'm seeing 9 to go. McDowell 2 laps back, went door to door with Gibbs. Isn't that something? Almirola shouldn't be pushing his equipment so hard. Best long run car. Yeah, the problem is though, there's not much time. There's not much time is the problem. Yeah, there definitely looks like it. Guys are on ice. I'm waiting to build half of mine, but I maxed the quarter. Okay. Still gotta make sure you get the right ones in, so. Well, this is looking like Barry's race to lose here. He's got about a second lead on Ty Gibbs. So unfortunate. All right, I'll start answering more questions once we finish this, but we got 5 to go on my end, and I'm assuming there's not going to be a yellow. Definitely a fight for that second spot right now, though, that's for sure. All right, I'm seeing 4 to go. Or 3. Yeah, 4 to go. Top team stacks? I'm not stacking teams. Not the route I'm going today. Is it over? I'm seeing 2 to go. Looks like Almirola is what, 0.5 back from Gibbs. I don't think, I mean, there's, who is that, Ryan Newman? Probably over on your guys' end though. They lap in 12th place. Well, yeah, I mean, it's Ryan Newman though. Well, it looks like Barry won. I'm assuming. I don't think we're gonna see any heroics here. So we're gonna have Barry starting in 22nd, Gibbs in 23rd, and then I don't know who the fan vote's gonna be. Also, it might be Almirola. I mean, that sucks. I wanted Gibbs to win for the bet, which I think it was the right bet. He had the best car, but oh well. All right, I want to go see this incident. Someone tagged me on Twitter. Or sent me something. Oh, here it is. Oh, I see now. Well. Oh goodness, Michael McDowell. That's stupid. Oh well. Gregson got the fan vote? Oh boy. With that with that car? Doesn't look great. Is he just gonna be in the All-Star race solely just to mess with Ross? I mean, that car doesn't look too pretty. Oh, I guess I have to hate Michael McDowell now. I think the Ty Gibbs bet to win was pretty much a shoe in there. It's really unfortunate. All right, so is Gregson even racing? I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty beat up. All right, I guess I should probably start answering some actual questions here. Carmi says, I am leaving 1,100 on the table and got a good lineup. Yeah, you can definitely leave some money on the table for this race. I mean, I was on FanDuel, and I mean, there's some lineups where you can leave thousands on the table, and I actually don't think it looks too bad. $1 billion question, says Don. 3Bs, Busher, Blenier, Briscoe, DK Cash, pick one. If it's cash games, oh, that is definitely a $3 billion question. I feel like Blaney, probably. Let me check my projections and see what I got. Okay, well, projection-wise, it's actually Busher, Briscoe, Blaney. So, I guess we'll go with that. Carmi, I think I have the same lineup. Yeah, you can always tell if someone's got the same lineup if you have the same amount of salary on the table sometimes. Contra says, any likelihood Kurt is optimal? Maybe if they invite him to the booth everybody wrecks and he just happens to run around the track a little bit, like jogs, then he could be optimal. But outside of that, I don't really think so. What's up, Bryson? It says thoughts on Elliott. I'm not huge on Elliott. I mean, the price is fine. He's just kind of in that range where he's like the same play as Blaney, same play as Truex, similar to Kyle Busch. I mean, they're just there. I mean, it's okay. Just whatever the optimizer gives me, but I'm not going my way to play Chase Elliott. I don't mind like pivoting to a Blaney. Don't mind pivoting to like I actually have Briscoe protected better than Elliott. Yeah, there's not going to be any Dom groups for me this week. For single entry GPP, do I like Chastain, Hamlin, Bell, Buescher, Larson, and Suarez? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You have two guys up front that can dominate. You have Bell who can dominate. You have Hamlin who could. Larson and Chastain for PD plays. I think that works. Yeah, I'll get back to you, Michael. Sorry to scroll back up. 3 in, 3 out of a 20 max pool, 3 must-haves, and 3 you can do without. Well, you could probably do without guys like Eric Jones, Stenhouse, Austin Dillon, Austin Cindric. I don't really like those guys. Probably be a little bit lower on guys like Kyle Busch, Ross. But 3 I like a lot. I love William Byron. I love Christopher Bell. I like Dylan Suarez a lot. Dustin says, cable snob spoiling the results. I know. It's tough in Discord. I'm like a lap behind and all these guys are telling me what happened 20 laps in advance. So is Gregson really racing? Is this happening? Okay. Internet Stress says, I know I would have thought LaJoy, Allmendinger, or Gilliland even. I mean, who knows? Maybe Big NASCAR just rigged it for Gregson so we can get some Noah and Ross beef. TJ says, let's go Buescher. This kid deserves another win. I like Buescher. I mean, guy's a good racer. He's got good track position to work with, so we'll see how he goes. Clint says, I was rooting for Priest, Sai. How does LaJoy not get the fan vote? Yeah, I thought LaJoy would definitely be near the top. But, I mean, I guess people like Gregson. I don't know. Or maybe it's rigged. I don't know. Geb says, extra messy hair today, swoon. Just for you, Geb. Just for you. James says, what kind of track is this? This is a short flat track. Most comparable to, I would say, Richmond. Which, just what Jack Daniels said there. Only 23 drivers, gonna be a total crapshoot, multiple ties. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot of ties today unless someone really low owned happens to hit the optimal. But the chances of that happening are pretty low, and low owned guys are not gonna be easy to find today. Like if you can get a guy in the 20s, you should feel pretty good about it. Spread says, McDowell said if they had it in the budget, he wouldn't be interviewing, but well. Big Buster says, DK Cash, how would you feel about Buescher, Suarez, Bell, Larson, Reddick, and Byron? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, Cash is really tough today. Very tough. I wouldn't want to play it personally. Not your lineup. I just mean Cash in general because it's just going to be so tight up top. But it works. Harvick or Bell for DK Cash? I mean, I got Bell projected a little bit higher. I mean, I think Harvick will probably have higher ownership, but I mean, Bell's got some track position to work with, and I think he's more likely lapsed than Kevin Harvick. Harvick or Hamlin and Cash? I think Harvick has a slight edge for me there. Yeah, very slight. We're talking like a point. What's your favorite FanDuel line so far? Well, I haven't built on it yet, so let's do it. Let's build a FanDuel line together, I guess. I'm not saying I'm going to play it. I'm just trying to do something on the top of my head. So I like Byron a lot. 13K. We'll plug him in. I like Bell a lot. He's 11.5. We got 8,500 left. Oh. I like Briscoe at $6,000. So we'll plug in a cheapie. We have just under 10,000 left. Can play Brad. He's 7K. We can play Ryan Blaney at 8K. If we plug Brad in, we have 12.5 left, which puts you at Kevin Harvick, which that's not a bad looking lineup. So you could play Byron, Bell, Harvick, Briscoe, Keselowski. I think that's actually a pretty good tournament build because you're avoiding Kyle Larson chalk. You're avoiding Denny Hamlin chalk. You don't have like the two guys up front that everyone likes in Buescher and Suarez. You're not using Reddick, who's going to be very popular on FanDuel. Only 8,500 bucks. So that's not a bad tournament build at all. Something along those lines. Suarez or Buescher for tourneys? I'm still going to have to go with Suarez there because, I mean, if he just stays on the bottom, he can lead a lot of laps early on like we just saw Ty Gibbs do until the end. What's the difference between cash and tournaments? Cash games, you're just trying to build super safe lineups where you don't really care if you finish 200th or first. You just get paid out the same either way. Tournaments, that's where it starts to get top heavy, where if you're in first, you can win this much. If you're like in 40th, you're winning this much. Cash games, you're all winning this much. So it's kind of the difference there. Keith says, Bell, Briscoe, Buescher, Byron, Hamlin, Keselowski. I think it's a very good tournament build. I like all those guys. I think Bell, Briscoe, Keselowski, those kind of guys are all excellent tournament targets. Conscious says, Larson, Bell, Byron, Gibbs, Suarez, Bell. So you have Larson, Bell, Byron, which I love that. Gibbs, Suarez, Bell, and a single entry. You named like two guys twice, so I'm not sure who you messed up in that one. Suarez or Barry? Oh, I'll go with Suarez there. Perry says, who went on? I had to leave real quick. Oh, Barry won, Gibbs second, and then Gregson has the fan vote, but his car is kind of trashed. So, I don't know. I guess he's just going to limp around the track. Alright, I just saw a tweet that says, no, Gregson supposedly has a broken toe link. Does NASCAR let him fix it before the All-Star race? Yeah, I don't know what they're doing there. I'd rather not see a junked car in the All-Star race. Clint says, so is it wise not to go over-own on Harvick, asking for a friend? I mean, I think him and Larson are one of the couple guys back there that should be able to pass some cars. I'm okay with some Harvick. Yeah, Conscious, I think you need to just pack it in and call it a day. Not looking too pretty there in the comments. I'm assuming you mean Buescher. So Larson, Bell, Byron, Suarez, Buescher, Gibbs for a single entry. That's all right. I'm fine with that. Dylan says Gibbs and Barry aren't available on FanDuel yet. I don't think they're going to be available. I don't think they're going to add the open guys, so you don't even have to worry about them. Chris says Cash, Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Reddick, Suarez, and Buescher, or Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Harvick, Buescher, and Cindric. I can't play Cindric and Cash, so I'll have to go with the other one there. Thank you for clicking the like, James. Thank you. Sam says, we like Stenhouse at all? No, thank you. I will gladly pass on Stenhouse. If you like Suarez, then you like Ross too? Well, I know what you mean, because I usually say you can play them together, but this is completely different. Just because Suarez has some clean air to work with at the beginning, Ross does not have that. I mean, you can play Ross, sure, but I mean, I think Suarez is in a much better spot because he's got that clean air. If the roles were flipped, I would say I'm all on over Ross, and then Suarez is probably going to struggle. So, but I do like Suarez today, and Ross, well, he's kind of like an ownership thing to be underweight on. You don't have to completely follow me on that, but we'll see. Plus, who knows? Maybe Graxton's just going to kill his day immediately. I don't know. Might just be his sole purpose being in the All-Star race. Are we playing Ty, Barry, or Noah? If I was going to play any of those guys, I'd play Ty Gibbs. Question is, will the big one be in the front or the middle? And it could be in the back. Slightly in the back. We'll see, though. Thank you, tapping. Probably for the best, Conscious. Probably for the best. Well, I've been live for a while, so if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll get out of here. If you do, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Trying to see here if there's any updated lines. Other places. Price Picks has not moved. Everything looks the same there. Big Buster says Reddick or Elliott or Barry for GPP. I think I have Reddick the highest of those three. I'm not really super excited about rostering any of the open guys. Like, they'll probably pass Jones, Stenhouse, Cindric, but I'm not sure how much more upside they'll have after that. Any complete fade, says Kyle. The last three spots for the Jones, Stenhouse, Cindric, I'm probably just not going to play those. I'm not going to play Austin Dillon, and it's kind of about it for like the complete fades. How much Crash Stain exposure? Well, my sims are a little bit lower on him than I thought they would be. I have him optimal around like 20% of the time, but I think he's going to be in the ownership-wise like in the 30s. I am going to run an update, though, for those of you over on Patreon, just because I have projected spots where like Barry 22nd, Gibbs 22nd, Barry 23rd, so I got to fix a couple things. And then I got to put Gregson in there as well. Who shouldn't be fade? I wouldn't fade Byron today. He might, Adrian. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's going to be that fast. He's obviously probably the worst car in the field. But, I mean, it just might be his sole purpose. It really might be. And we know, I mean, Gregson doesn't have a shot to win this race. Not even close. All the guys hate Ross in NASCAR? Yeah, that's for sure. Suarez okay for single entry? Yeah, for sure. Who should be highest owned driver in 20 max? I mean, personally for me, I love Byron. I mean, I like the track position. I love what I've seen from him so far this year. It's great at Richmond. I mean, he should be fast. So I think he kind of just hangs around the top 5 all day. Assuming he doesn't wreck or anything, I mean, he should be there, picking up fast laps along the way. So you're saying a crash is going to happen. It very well could. Very well. I mean, these guys, like, the only way to pass is to bump somebody and push them up the track and then go by, it seems like. So good week to you as well, Speckle. Thank you very much. Good luck to you as well, Eagles. Dark Horse Keselowski. Hey, I'm with you. I think Keselowski is definitely a pretty good tournament target today. We know he's good at managing his tires, good at short flat tracks. Looked good in his heat race too, so I'm definitely in on Keselowski today. I might even play him in my main lineup at lower ownership. Yep, I'll be in the Discord. See you there, Rick. No problem at all. Thank you for your time, James. I'm using your time up as much as you're using mine, so we're even. Who are you picking out on outright? So I'm not betting anymore for the All-Star race. I just did some stuff early in the week. I have Buescher at 40-1. Harvick at like 9.5 to 1. Larson, I forget what number I got him at. And then I have Byron too. Those are the guys. I feel the best about Byron though. Yep, you as well, Sean. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Carmi. Buescher to dominate a portion of this race. He could. It's just, he's going to be on the outside to start. So we'll see where he gets back in line. I'm hoping either second or third. But I do think Suarez will dominate. And then after that, I'm kind of playing Buescher, just the guy that can stay close to the front all day and pick up fast laps here and there. Because at his price point, that'll work. But there's going to be some good cars coming, like William Byron, like Christopher Bell. So we'll see. Briscoe, Wallace, or Suarez? Between those guys, I would take Suarez. Lil J says, have a lot of Hamlin, good or bad? I think that's a good thing. I mean, he's good at Richmond, good at short flat tracks, so I think he'll be all right. And the price point's really good, too. No problem, Clint. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate the dono from earlier. But I think I caught up. So we should be good to go. All right, appreciate you guys' time. Looking forward to next week. We have the Coke 600, which is going to be another night race, so we'll have a stream later on in the evening. But I wish you all the best of luck tonight. But I run swords with Busher. I think that's fine in some lineups, so I wouldn't go too crazy on it. But that's all I got. Best of luck, guys. Enjoy the race, and don't play